So this is
Yeah.
one of the automations. What this automations does is it takes search term data and then it creates new campaigns based on specific criteria that is coded on this tool. So you can even look at the code here. Let's see, Visual Basic, and you can see raw data, campaign. Here's all the like code stuff. So we don't necessarily need to know that, but that's where like all the code is. So let's just go through each thing. You want to put the date in. So I'm going to put today's date. We want to put appended text. So this is any thing that you want to add to the campaign name or ad group name. Like if you're a PPC manager or even Amazon seller or agency or whatever, and you want to put your name in there, like let's say, your name is Sally and you work for an organization and you launch campaigns and they want you to put your name in each campaign name to show that you launched it. Filter by, just do ad group name for this one. Don't worry about the campaign name, just do ad group name. Keep in mind that for this to work, you need to have the SKU in the ad group name. You need to have the SKU in the ad group name because we filter by that SKU in the ad group to figure out which search terms are for which product. I'm going to go here. We'll delete these and I'm going to go through each one of these. Put the SKU right here. So for this example, it'll be SKU 1. The budget right here will be the budget. The ad group bid, so whatever you want the ad group bid to be. The portfolio, so you can take, there's a numerical value like numbers in the bulk files of the portfolio that you can copy and paste here to add it to a portfolio.
Yeah, portfolio ID.
Yep, portfolio ID. That's it. Yeah. Max targets per campaign. So, this one's kind of nice because it's like if you only want 5 keywords per campaign, 10 keywords per campaign, 20 keywords per campaign, you can tell how many campaigns you want per campaign. The bid settings, I always do down only, but you can choose whatever you want. And then the bid adjustment. This one is insane in a good way. So what this automation does is it finds the CPC for the search term and uses that and as the starting bid. So it goes through, the code goes through and finds the cost per click per search term and uses that as the starting bid. And then whatever you put in as the bid adjustment, it'll multiply it by that. So if you got customer search term A has a CPC of $1 and you do a 10% bid adjustment, then the starting bid will be $1.10. Also, one thing that's really unique about this tool is it deduplicates the customer search terms against all of your keywords at the match type level. So what it'll do is it'll take the search terms and it'll take all your keywords. It'll take your search terms in the exact match, all your keywords, deduplicate it to give you the list of unique search terms that you want to bid on. And it does it for the phrase match and the broad match. So the bid adjustment is how much higher you want it to be above your cost per click. And then the filter process, we've got 3 different processes. So for PCST, this is going to be any search term with 3 or more orders. So these are what we consider high converting. The TCST, any search term with 1 to 2 orders. And then the final one, the PTST. The PTST, 1 or more orders for product targeting. So these are ASINs that you can pull as well. So with the search term report, we have this tool we can do the search, the keywords and the product targets. So for this situation, I do have some data that I can add here, some fake data. So we'll do PCST, and then I'm going to pull it up. Hold on. Here we go. Randomized. So we can see that like this is just a search term report. I recommend doing 60 days, but this is just a search term report. And we can see, you see how I have under the ad group name SKU 1, right? I need that in there because it's going to filter by that. Let's go to copy the whole data and let's go to the raw data tab. Now this is live. So if it messes up, am I in trouble? All right. Dimitri's never going to invite me back. So let's do it. So hold on. Let's just See what happens. Boom.
Yeah.
So I wish I had a timer. Hold on, let's do it.
You got it. Seems like you got a pass.
Yeah. Hold on, we got it. Hold on, let's do it again. I'm gonna set a stopwatch because I want to show you how much time this saves. Hold on, let me get rid of it. Let's do it. I have. Oh, let me just get rid of all this stuff. I don't even need the headings, but I don't know if I do. No, yeah, you need the headings. All right, so we've got the raw data in there, right? So let me get rid of the filter. I want to do this for demonstration purposes. So check it out. See my phone? You guys see my phone? Got my stopwatch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that button and hit start, and then I'm going to tell you what it is. Ready, set, go. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Nice. So let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got. It worked. It worked.
Yeah,
So
I see a bulk file.
Yeah, there's the bulk file. So what you're going to want to do next is after you paste it to the raw data, after you click execute, and then after you wait for 2 seconds, what you'll do is you'll go to the campaign tab, and it's going to have all the campaigns that you can upload. So the exact match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. So what did we say? 10 targets per campaign. How many do we have? 10 of them. And you can see here that all of the bids are different. You see that? That's because we used the cost per click, multiplied it by 10% or 1.1 to give us the starting bid. So it goes based on the CPC. And then we've got exact 2. So we've got a second campaign with more keywords because we had more than 10. And then exact 3 and exact 4. Right? So it creates phrase. So this creates exact, phrase, and broad campaigns, right? And then we have the budget of $10. So what it'll do is it'll create however many exact, phrase, and broad. So in this situation, we're creating 4 exact campaigns at $10 budget, right? And then we're creating 4 phrase and 4 broad. Now, if you don't want the phrase and the broad, just delete them, right? Or if you don't want the exact, just delete it. How would you do it? I'll show you how to do it. So let's say we only want to do the exact and the phrase campaigns, right? We only want to do exact and phrase. We don't want to do broad in this situation. Well, it's as easy as going here to the row, to the first row where it says broad. And you can see that under this, it says campaign right here. And then you highlight everything below it. And then you delete it. And then what do you got? Phrase and exact. And then you can, what I would do is copy and paste this into a new Excel file, upload it to Seller Central, and then boom, you've created a bunch of campaigns. And so also, like, let's say so we've got 4 campaigns right here, right? So let's say you wanted to, well, you could, so if you see that like you've got 4 campaigns and it's $10 each and it's kind of a lot, and you're like, man, maybe I should dial this back. You can delete the campaigns, or you can even change, you can redo the automation and be like, hey, I'm going to do 30 targets per campaign. You know what I mean? And you can just redo it, and you just, use the same data, make sure you delete this. Do not delete the heading. So do not delete up here. Like, don't delete anything up here. Just delete, whatever is here, and then just run it again. And then it'll do it in 2 seconds. Let's do 40. I'm going to do 40 just so I make sure. All right.
So here you can't predefine the match type. It like creates in 3 match types at the same time.
Yep. Exactly. You can't predefine the match type just because, we could build that. It's just that, excuse me, our processes, that's how we've always done it. We've always done all 3 match types. So that's why, like, especially for I will say for PCST, which is 3 or more orders, we've always done 3 match types because we want to test all 3 of them. But that's why you can delete the campaigns easily. You just go in and just delete them. Like it'll take an additional second to delete it, right? Just boom. But we could create that for sure. Like I said, this is stuff that's ongoing. And that's why I showed you can delete it. And another thing that people say is like, what if, like, you see how we're creating 3 campaigns, 10, is that something you would want to be predefine the match type?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because especially like with the research campaigns, phrase and broad, if we accidentally add, like a phrase campaign of some keyword, it may mess up like our structure. So kind of, especially in terms of phrase and broad, we're always careful. But I mean, you're right. It's not a thing. And what, like, I want to kind of give a quick remark about this tool is, imagine you're a PPC manager and you just signed the client, and like all you need is to grab that search terms report, right?
Yep.
Run through this automation, and it builds like, it can build a massive amount of campaigns for you in 2 seconds. And most importantly, like what you said, it will do the deduplication. So you can be sure that even though it's quick, you're not going to be messing up with the campaign structure of the account. Except, like I said, maybe we want to be careful with the phrase and broad campaigns.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, like you can already show day one massive amount of work to your client. And again, like that's not just campaigns built, quickly. That's actually the data taken from the account.
Yep, exactly. Yep. You'll say, yeah, you're totally hit the nail on the head. Say you sign a client, they've got, 20 SKUs, you know what I mean? And you're like, imagine trying to build this for 20 SKUs by hand, do the research, launch the campaigns. That would take you hours. To do it for this, it would probably take, if you had, 10 SKUs, it'd probably take you, actually, you can add them in here. So you can add more SKUs to it right here. So you can just add those 10 SKUs and you can do it. Might take 6 seconds instead of 2 seconds, right? So, Dimitro's spot on. Then you can show the account the amount of work that you've done in such a short time period. Yeah, I think you're totally right. Oh, also wanted to mention something. There are search terms that don't have cost per clicks. I don't know why this happens, but there are some that and they're set to 0 bid on the final campaign sheet. We need to filter by 0 and put the bid I would like. So you're going to want to, when you use this, you're going to want to filter under bid by 0. I don't know if this, go to bid. And then you want to filter by anything that's 0. We don't have any 0 values here. That's just one sidebar. Sorry, Dimitri. I just wanted to mention that real quick.
Yeah, it's okay. And actually, I don't remember if I said in the beginning that what we're showing here is can be changed because you and your team are working on these automations, improving them, and that they are part of your school community, which we'll talk about more in a little bit, and we'll have the links. So all these sheets, they can be accessed in Sean's community, and not just the sheet, but the constant improvements and the feedback you can provide. Because like with the Amazon businesses, every account is unique. So how even by talking to lots of people, you can say everyone has different specific unique needs. So maybe everyone wants to adjust something a little bit, like how I like to name campaigns in a certain way,
Yep. And actually, like, if you look at the automations that we built in the program, in the school community with our tech team, all of them are, I mean, like, not all of them, but like, I would say now, more of them have been inspired by our students. So we've had people reach out to me and, hey, I can't build everything because some of it's not possible. Like I've had a couple of requests that just wasn't able to happen. But because we weren't able, you can't actually do it with the bulk file. But getting ideas from people like, hey, Sean, could you build this? Could you build that? Helps us to get better at building these automations and making sure everybody's living a streamlined life. You know what I mean, man? So yeah, you described it perfectly, man. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.